southern neighbor. David Schultz's semi-truck was found on November 21st on a rural highway in northwest Iowa. The trailer was still filled with baby pigs that he was transporting. Schultz's wallet and phone were inside, and his jacket was on the side of the road. Schultz's wife said something must have gone wrong, calling the 53-year-old father of two a dependable man with a strong work ethic. Hundreds of people have volunteered to search for Schultz, but after scouring 100,000 acres near the highway, the effort was paused to consider next steps. Iowa's Division of Criminal Investigation is assisting the Sac County Sheriff's Office and the Lakeview Police Department in the case. The Sheriff's Office declined to comment on the open investigation. Of course, we'll keep you updated on any new information right here on CBS News Minnesota.
Riding around, yeah. Gotta grind hard, gotta stack it, yeah. Grind hard, gotta get it, yeah. Grind hard, gotta stack it, yeah. Grind hard, gotta get it, No beats, no dog. I'm just really a new breed on you, dog. It hurts to say that people keep no loyalty. Work your way, real and show that loyalty. Cause I still ride with them. When I go see them, I just hit fire with them. 20 years in, you can't get tied to it. Boys to the man, and we get tied to it, hey.
What up, y'all? Dash Games with TG. Yeah, as you see today, man, we're gonna talk about this trucker named David Schultz from Iowa. My prayers to his family. Hopefully, this man can be found. Apparently, he was doing a route out there in northeast or northwest Iowa. Now, for most people that's driven in that area, if you are a trucker and you've driven in that area, you do notice a lot of state highways. I mean, I think the major highway out there is either 80, 90, or 90. That's usually kind of at the top of the state. I mean, he was a pig hauler, so he was more than likely taking the state highways or those rural highways. And apparently, this man, I don't know what happened. Like he apparently made it to his, I guess his destination to receive his load, which was get loaded with those pigs, and then he was supposed to take it southeast across the state to a drop, and he never made it. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull up more details about it. Pretty strange situation that's going on with that. But
truck was found on November 21st. It was full of.
Let me run that back.
The area behind me, 190th Street and Union Avenue, is where David Schultz's truck was found on November 21st. It was full of pigs that never made it to their final destination in Sac City. Authorities were able to track Schultz's activity from about 11:15 p.m. November 20th until about 12:18 a.m. on the 21st. Activity detailed through cell phone data along with business and DOT video. It is all laid out on the Sac County Sheriff's Office Facebook page. Activity that ends as the truck heads here, where it was found in a driving lane. Valuable information in the search for Schultz. It helped authorities concentrate search efforts. The Sac County Sheriff's Department is hoping the Facebook post will encourage people who saw something to say something.
Even the silliest piece of information they think they may have may be just that little piece of the puzzle that we need to move forward or open up a lead or something. So if somebody thought they saw something that night or thinks they know something, we ask them just to reach out to us.
Sheriff McClure says never in his 36 years in law enforcement has he had a case where someone just disappeared. In Sac County, Marcus McIntosh, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader. The area behind me, 100.
All right. So, as you see, the man never made it to his drop. They say he got loaded late, and he never made it to his drop. And if you look on how those state highways look, is just a 2-lane. You would consider that a regular road, wherever you're from. It's just a 2-lane road. Now, I'll say this: like most of the times out there, like if you are stopping or whatever, you kind of stick out like a sore thumb, because I mean it's literally, as you've seen, it's literally nothing out there. Apparently, he stopped at a truck stop. I actually got a clip where there's a little more information. Give me 1 second while I pull that up. But it's pretty strange to say the least. It's it's one of those. It's back to what I was saying on my last little podcast. It's like we gotta be careful out here, man, because you know uh, you never know what to expect out here on these roads. And here it is. This man had a young family. He had a lot going for himself, and my prayers to his family and everybody, and hopefully they do find this man alive and well. But right now, it's going on maybe 2 months now, so it's a little while. So let's see.
Hours without contact. The Sac County Sheriff's
Let me run
Office
this
started.
back. Sorry, y'all.
It's been nearly 3 weeks since 53-year-old Wall Lake man David Schultz was reported missing. Let's break down what we know about the timeline leading up to his disappearance. David Schultz left around 7 p.m. on November 20th to deliver a shipment of hogs from Eagle Grove to Sac City. Workers at the Eagle Grove hog confinement say Schultz showed up late to his pickup and was the last truck loaded that night. He left the confinement around 10:50 p.m. The load never made it to its final destination, and his abandoned semi-truck carrying the pigs was discovered around 3 p.m. on November 21st near I-90th Street and Union Avenue. His cell phone and
So let me pause that right there. You see, he left to deliver the pigs November the 20th at 7 p.m. He left the pig confinement, the place where he was receiving that load. At 10, they said he was the last person loaded, so obviously they was giving him a little hell. But I know for a fact when you're a hopper or any one of those, like a pig hauler or any one of those kind of like farm industry guys, and I have a video on the diversity and divisions in trucking that explains that a little bit. Y'all check that out. Sidebar. But when those are very schedule oriented, like you have to, it's kind of like a come first come first serve type of deal. It's not like it's a scheduled load. If you get there at the opening time, you're gonna probably be one of the first people to get loaded, and then you can move the fuck on wherever the hell you was trying to go or deliver your load at. And apparently the man came late, so he was one of the last ones loaded. And now if you notice, that was at what, 10:50. So let's just do it 12 hours. 12 hours from there is what, 10:50 a.m. the next morning. No nothing. Now that's 12 hours. Now, in a 11-hour drive, you can probably go about 600 miles. So he should have, if it was an in-state delivery, I mean, unless it's Texas or something like that, like I'm pretty sure he should have been able to make that delivery that night. Actually, I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. Unless actually, I take that back. It depends on how his clock was running, how he managed his clock. Obviously, if he left at 7, he started in, so he was already 3-4 hours in the hole, which would have gave him about maybe 6-7 hours to drive. He probably could have drove about 400 miles if he wanted. He had a Peterbilt, pretty nice truck. So, yeah. But anyway, back to my original point. I mean, so 12:50 a.m. that next morning, that's a full 12. They say they didn't report the truck missing until 2:23 p.m. So add another 4 hours of that. That's 16 hours already. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, 12. Yeah, add another 4 to that. So yeah, that's 16 hours. And then they said they found the truck 30 minutes after that. So that's a good 17 hours right there of like missing information, for the lack of better terms. A lot of things can happen, at that point in time. I'll let them get back to explaining to what possibly happened, and then I'll give you my theory from there.
Wallet were found in the park semi. Just an hour before his truck was found, his wife Sarah Schultz reported him missing after nearly 20 hours without contact. The Sac County Sheriff's Office started a release on Saturday, dispelling rumors about his November 21st disappearance. 19 days after 53-year-old Wall Lake man David Schultz was reported missing, the Sac County Sheriff's Office shares how they are disproving tips about his November 21st disappearance. The Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation confirmed via a forensic search of Schultz's phone that he has not legally gone through a U.S. bordering crossing. Sarah Schultz, his wife, told Local 5 in late November she believes he was taken, saying he would never disappear on his own.
He would have never left me like this. He would just no, he wouldn't.
Another tip given to investigators claiming someone named David Schultz had a one-way flight from Minneapolis to Phoenix the day he was reported missing. Iowa DCI, along with the Minneapolis Airport Police and the airline, confirmed it was not the missing man by using video footage of the gate and ticket information. As she and investigators search for answers, Sarah hopes her family will be reunited one day.
You know, my kids need their dad. He's a good man. I want my David. He's mine. And someone took him. I know someone took him.
Wow. Feel bad for the lady there. Again, like I was saying, man, you know, they confirmed it like it was nearly 20 hours. I mean, approximately about 17 hours of no contact, no info, no nothing. His wife is alleging that somebody possibly took him, and what I say to that is like that could be true, but that leads me to think, then what was he doing on his personal life? Like, because for some, like, first off, we're talking about a state highway. You don't usually see regular cars like that on state highways unless they live out in those rural areas, and even then, you know, they're probably farmers themselves, so they're tilling their land. They're not really driving on the highway like that. I'm just keeping it honest with you. You know, I've driven in rural Indiana, North Carolina, and shit like that. Like them state highways is fairly empty. You know, you don't even really see police or state troopers or whatever you may have like out there like that. They really kind of just they're just empty. You know, you'll see a trucker every now and then, but you know, you out there. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is either somebody had a drop on it. If you're alleging that somebody took him, either somebody had a drop on him, maybe owed some money or something. I mean, it could totally be random. You know, I feel bad for the guy. You know, it seemed like he was just trying to do his job. You know, 54 years old. It's not really old. You know, obviously he looked like he was of decent health. So, let me play this clip here. They're having or they're asking for help regarding any information. So if you're in that area, Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska, that area, you know, let me add this up and you'll see.
Seen or heard from for more than 2 months. Tonight, his family is still holding out hope for his safe return. And federal money is being offered to help find Schultz.
KCCI's Bo Bowman went to Sac City today to talk to Schultz's parents.
The county attorney and sheriff both approached the county supervisors and requested that this reward fund of $25,000 be created. That could be given to anybody who comes forward with information that could lead them to Schultz.
So hopefully something will happen.
Elmer and Janet Schultz can do nothing but wait.
It's a little disheartening sometimes. It's
waiting for their son to come home. David Schultz was last seen on November 20th. His semi-truck hauling pigs was found abandoned in the middle of a rural highway with his phone and wallet inside.
It's just awful. It don't get any better with time.
Volunteers searched more than 100 acres but found no signs of the missing man from Wall Lake.
Somebody knows something, and I don't know why. Nobody can figure out what happened to him.
County officials had previously offered a $2,000 reward for information. The supervisors recently chipped in $25,000 more with American Rescue Plan Act funding, money given to the county by the federal government. That reward would expire in November, but Elmer and Janet Schultz hope it's enough money to convince someone to come forward.
Waiting and just trying to hope something happens good, something that we can put our faith on.
If you have any information on Schultz's whereabouts, you're asked to contact the Sac County Sheriff's Department. In Sac County, Bo Bowman, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
And KCCI reached out to the sheriff today for an update on the investigation. We did not hear back.
Yeah, so, like I was saying, hopefully, if you're in that area, try to ask around and see. I know it's totally kind of random, but we're a brotherhood, we're a fraternity, and if you're in this trucking industry, man, you always want to make sure that your brothers and your sisters out there is good. Much prayers to his family and his wife. It's kind of a strange situation. I can't really tell you as far as what I told you what I think, but I can't tell you if it's true or not. You're driving on them state highways, you never know. But, from my experience, those highways have always been fairly empty. Now, he could have been trailed. Who knows? They said he was coming from the northwest side, northwest part of the state to get the delivery at the pig farm. And it seemed like it was off of I-90, which is a major interstate. So maybe he could have been trailed. Obviously he didn't get loaded, like I said like I showed you on the last video, until 10:50. So that was middle of the night, and you're taking a state highway. So it's going to be very dark. Those state highways don't have lights and stuff like that. So, I don't know, man. I hope the man is okay. Yeah, my prayers to his family. And, if you have any information, man, if you're in that area, man, contact them. You can come up on a good lick there, man. 25,000. Wow. Hey, and you're helping the family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even gonna make light of the situation. I'm just saying, it's a win-win for everybody. Anyway, man, my prayers to his family. Hopefully everything happens correctly. As you see on the banner here, man, follow me on my Instagram at _Kings. That is with a Z. I appreciate y'all for watching. Just be safe out here, truckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be safe out here, man. You never know what's going on. I made a video about a young man in Nashville getting shot and killed in his truck. So, you make sure you got your Second Amendment, man. Keep that. Keep that. You know what I'm saying? Keep that. And don't play with it neither. You know what I'm saying? So, like, share, subscribe, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Put your seatbelts on, man. Get ready for this ride. I'll see y'all the next time. Peace.
How many ride with no kin? When we was kids, used to share a nigga rib. And when things got crazy, a nigga spin the bin. And if things get crazy, a nigga split the wig. Hey, I'm just grinding, dog. I don't need no haters, all. If it's not about the bitch, it means you just talking, dog. Riding around with, yeah. Gotta grind hard, gotta stack it, yeah.